Hello everyone, Tyron here from Type Fitness Solutions, and I hope you're having a wonderful and beautiful day. And the purpose of this mini course today is to give you some information about the immune system and how to have a proactive attack to support your immune system to help fight off viruses and diseases and bacteria, and also give you some information there about some anti-carcinogenic agents to help fight off cancer and also tumors relative to the research that's available today. Now, a little bit about myself. I've had 13 years in the personal training industry, making people fit, healthy, and strong. I'm a metabolic nutritionist and also study nutritional and dietetic medicine at university. And my goal is to get people fit, healthy, and strong by giving them the information needed to make themselves exactly that. And with every new day comes new strength and new thoughts by Eleanor Roosevelt. And with that, I believe that every new day we have new possibilities, and with new possibilities, we can create new action. And the purpose of this is to give you the tools and the information so that you can start applying action and fighting back. Now, myself, have trained countless numbers of high-level professional athletes, from NRLW to NRL players to Brisbane Strikers players, and also helping with the Australian Defence Force Academy with physical instructor training as well, helping a few people there. Now, myself, I'm no shying from challenge. I love putting myself in uncomfortable positions because I believe true strength comes from knowledge and understanding. And if we don't understand something, let's put ourselves in a position to understand. I've also done a few podcasts there with helping people recover from back pain. And I've also been in the newspaper there for Men's Health for Punching for Positivity. So definitely all about creating a strong body and strong mind. Now, when we're looking at the immune system, our immune system stems into different stem cell lines. We have our myeloid stem cell line and our lymphoid stem cell line. Now, this is basically between our specific and non-specific immunity. Now, our immunity is the ability to ward off damage or disease through defenses. Now, having vulnerability or lack of resistance with these defenses is termed susceptibility. So we don't want to be susceptible to viruses, bacteria, pathogens, even cancers and tumors that may be growing inside of our body. Now, this is where the immune system stem cell line can come very, very handy. Now, it all stems from our pluripotent stem cells, which are located inside our bone marrow of specific bones. And this splits off into a stem cell line to form our red blood cells, our white platelets, and also our non-specific immune system, and then our specific immune system. Now, our specific immune system is what we're going to be concentrating on today, because this splits into our T lymphocytes, our B lymphocytes, and our NK killer cells. Now, these cells are specific immunity responses. Our T cells attack viruses, tumors, and our B cells will attack bacteria that grows in our body. Now, these are very important for having a specific immune system to continual threats of viruses and bacteria, and also tumor cell growth as well too. So if we look at a study done in 2020 by Nutrients, published in Nutrients, the micronutrients with the strongest evidence for immune system support are vitamin C, D, and zinc. Although daily micronutrient intakes necessary to support immune function may be higher than current recommended dietary allowances. So specific nutrients are going to support this stem cell line, and specific nutrients are going to help differentiate and proliferate specific immune cells in our body. So lacking in these dietary nutrients or vitamins or minerals are going to have an inhibition of our immune system to do its job specifically and effectively. Now, this takes me to the Australian government guidelines in National Health and Medical Research Council. So this is the nutrient reference values for Australia and New Zealand. For zinc for men is for the ages between 19 and 70 is 14 milligrams per day, women 8 milligrams per day with an upper limit of 40 milligrams per day. So this is a little bit questionable compared to the research on the amounts. And the research done by the nutrient reference values here for Australia and New Zealand on the Australian government website, the research is ranging from 1974 to 2004. So look, a little bit outdated compared to what we're looking back here, where in Nutrients 2020, micronutrient intakes may be needing to be higher to support a healthy immune system. So back to here, the vitamin C recommendations for men and women is between the ages of 19 and 70 is 45 milligrams per day with an upper limit of 3,000 to 4,000 milligrams per day. There's a lot of research to say that 3,000 to 4,000 milligrams per day is a recommended dietary intake amount for overall healthy function of the immune system. Vitamin D for men and women between 19 and 50 is 200 IU per day. And between 51 and 70 is 600 IU per day. The upper limit there is considered to be 3,200 IU per day, which by current research would probably be a daily amount of 2,000 IU a day, which is pretty much recommended by the current research. And anywhere of up to 50,000 IU a day can be preventative against respiratory tract viruses as well too. So there's research to prove that higher intakes of vitamin D are very protective for the immune system. Now, also what I want to talk to you about is the immune system as a superfood called Ganuma lucidum. Now, this is a Chinese mushroom which has massive amounts of research to support its health benefits for the immune system. And you can get more to understand. You can understand more about this powerful mushroom simply on this book that you can get from Amazon. The link is there. Ganuma lucidum on how to prevent, control most diseases. So very, very important mushroom, anti-cancer agents and very high supporting functions of the immune system. So I'm going to give you some research there on how Ganuma lucidum works and its anti-cancer properties that's available in the body. Now, Ganuma lucidum has been proven to upregulate T cells, upregulate B cells, upregulate dendritic cells, which are cell signaling cells for the immune system, upregulating macrophages, which will engulf and phagocytose and break down bacteria and cells, bad cells in the body, and NK killer cells, which are like a Navy SEALs in our body, which will hunt and destroy a lot of foreign pathogens, bacteria, and even cancer and tumor cells in the body. Now, the study also shows that cancer-related effects of Ganuma lucidum polysaccharides decrease inflammation, decrease cell motility and cell invasion, decrease cell proliferation, increase immunomodulation, increase apoptosis, which is regulated cell death, increase antioxidant activity, and decrease angiogenesis, which is blood supply to tumors. So very, very important for healthy immune system, controlling inflammation and acting as an anti-cancer property. So accumulation of the evidence implicates that Ganuma lucidum exerts the anti-cancer action by stimulating the immune function. This is primarily attributed to the fact that Ganuma lucidum can activate T and B lymphocytes, macrophages, dendritic cells, natural killer cells, which promotes proliferation of lymphocytes, enhances phagocytosis, increases production of cytokines, and augments NK cell cytotoxicity, which means that it regulates the toxicity creating from cell death, which is very, very important for a healthy immune function. Now, looking at this study done in experimental oncology in 2006, Ganuma lucidum extract inhibits proliferation of SW480 human colorectal cancer cells. Now, these are the adenocarcinoma cells of the colon. And what they found is that with the two backs of Ganuma lucidum, mainly polysaccharides, and Ganulursen 2 without the polysaccharides, the results found that both Ganuma 1 and Ganuma 2 significantly inhibited the proliferation of these adenocarcinoma cells of the colon. The inhibitory effect of Ganuma 2 was much stronger than Ganuma 1. Ganuma 1 inhibited DNA synthesis in the cells and reduced the formation of DPPH radicals. DPPH radicals are how they measure herbological responses to what's going on in the cell. So how they measure natural remedies in simplistic form. The next study here is also in 2012, a research study was done and published where the search methods were searching random controls trials in all of these studied medical journal bases from Medline, Embase, National Institute of Health, American Medicine Association, and also scientific journals as well. And the database was searched for random controlled trials in 2011. And what they found is with that, they found 5 random control studies that met the inclusion criteria. And this quality was related to tumor response evaluated according to the World Health Organization. And the criteria was searched for the immune function parameters such as NK killer cells, the activity of T lymphocytes, and also the ability for the body to respond to the immune system well, or the ability for the body to respond effectively to Ganoderma lucidum with cancer patients. And so what they found is the meta-analysis showed that patients who had been given Ganoderma lucidum alongside with chemo or radiotherapy were more likely to respond positively compared to the chemo radiotherapy alone. Now, what they use is they use a p-value to measure the effect and to reject the null hypothesis. So what this means is the smaller the p-value, the more significantly the results statistically were better. The larger the p-value means that it's not statistically significant. And what they found is that the Ganoderma lucidum increased the function of percentage of CD3, CD4, and CD8 T helper cells by 3.91%. That's a marginal increase with a p-value of 0.01. And also respectively additional leukocyte, NK cell activity, and CD4, CD8 ratio are marginally elevated. 4 studies showed that patients in the Ganuma lucidum group have relatively improved quality of life in their treatment comparison to the control group. And 1 study recorded minimal side effects, including nausea and insomnia, but no significant hematological or hepatological toxicity was reported. So this means no blood toxicity and no liver toxicity was reported in the patients that were using Ganoderma lucidum with their chemotherapy treatment. The anti-cancer effects of Tripodines from Ganuma in human prostate cancer cells. So what they found is here, they used the DU145 cells. Now this study was done in a petri dish where they've got the human prostate cancer cells and they were treated with different amounts of Ganoderma lucidum and they were recorded, the proliferation rates of the cells were measured. And what they found was that the Ganoderma lucidum group inhibited the growth of the human prostate cancer cells in the petri dish. So a p-value of 0.05 versus control. So inhibiting positive effects there from Ganoderma lucidum as well. Now, what we're looking at here is creating a fit, healthy, and strong lifestyle. We want to create a strong defensive immune system and incorporating nutrients like zinc, vitamin C, and vitamin D, probably a little bit larger than the reference values recommended by the National Health and Medical Research Council, because the research needs to be updated a little bit there, but also incorporating the powerful effects of Ganoderma lucidum into your daily life can help your defensive agents of building a very strong immune system that can possibly help fight against tumors and cancer. Now, the research definitely points in the direction that Ganoderma lucidum has positive effects against different types of cancer cells and also creates cell apoptosis in cancer cell and increasing the immune cell function that actually supports our natural defenses of fighting cancer. Now, what we've got here is in an amazing day, if we change our mind, we change our body, our health, our wealth, and our relationships. Now, healthy living comes from positive thinking. From positive thinking comes from feeling good. If we feel good, we may be able to start putting in regular exercise and then we start eating better. Now, the simple way to start positively is by implementing better products into our life. And what Organo Gold have done is they've made a wide range of products here and they've infused Ganoderma lucidum into these daily products for easily convenience and being able to implement a powerful antioxidant, a powerful mediator of the immune system into our daily products of coffee, tea, protein shakes, and also the Ganoderma spores themselves to buy out. So within this, as I said before, if we change our mind, we change our body, our health, our wealth, and relationships simply by changing some of the products that you may use on a daily basis to help your immune system. So on that note, I hope you all have a fit, healthy, and strong day. Be happy, be positive, and believe that with a new day comes new strength and new thoughts. With new thoughts creates new possibilities, and true strength comes from knowledge and understanding. So have a lovely day, be well, be happy, and be prosperous.